Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum. It's time for Shreveport Mudbugs playoff hockey as it's Game 4 of the South Divisional semifinal between your Shreveport Mudbugs and the Lone Star Brahmas. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chet Yoder, and this is the Landers Dodge Jeep Chrysler and Ram pregame show. And tonight is an elimination game for the Mudbugs, and they'll do it in front of their home crowd, and they're expecting another good one tonight. They'll have to win to force a Game 5 on Monday night back at the Nitec Sports Center. The final score last night was a tough one for the Mudbugs to swallow. It was a 2-0 shutout for the Brahmas, first shutout in this series by either team, and the Brahmas did it behind a 23-save performance from William Graham, and Arthur Smith chipped in for a couple of saves of his own. The Brahmas outshot the Mudbugs 26-25, and they got goals 59 seconds apart in the third period from Dylan Wild and Will Lacher. And those two goals were all the Brahmas needed, as the Mudbugs just could not sustain any kind of offensive zone pressure, and they'll look to fix that this evening. And when I talked to Coach Soupy earlier this morning and last night, he felt his team played well in the first couple of periods. It was 19-14 shots in favor of the Bugs through 2. He felt his team had some chances, but he wants more chances at the beginning of the game and to get this crowd into the game early. Then in the third period, the Brahmas outshot the Bugs 12-6, and that's what began really the decline of Mudbugs hockey last night, and of course en route to a couple of goals for the Brahmas in a 2-0 win. The Brahmas were 0 for 4 on the man advantage. The Bugs were 0 for 2 on the man advantage, and the Mudbugs really shot themselves in the foot late in the game when Kaysen Musket suffered a tough checking from behind penalty that sent the Mudbugs further back and helped cement the Brahmas to a 2-0 victory. We don't have the starting lineups yet, but we're going to get those as soon as we can. It's the Mudbugs and the Brahmas Game 4, and of course the question is, who will be in net for Lone Star? It's been kind of undetermined on who the Mudbugs or who the Brahmas might go with. For the Mudbugs, they'll go to Goich. They've been going back and forth. Simo Bushler started 1-3. Goich got the win in Game 2, and they'll go back to him as the Mudbugs have their backs against the wall. We'll talk to Mudbugs head coach Jason Soupy Campbell after these messages. This is Game 4 of Mudbugs playoff hockey. As we count down to the 7-11 Margaritaville start time, we'll have more after these messages. This is Shreveport Mudbugs playoff hockey.
You know, we only get one chance at this thing called life, so why don't we make it count? Hi, I'm Janice Watt with Generational Financial Advisors, and we're here to assist you as a financial advisor and a CPA in making those important life decisions. Starting young, saving, and investing will reward you down the road, but it takes diligence to stay the course because life happens. Buying that first home, adding to your family, and then preparing for college, all of these require a plan. We offer services including investments, life insurance, retirement planning, and long-term disability, just to name a few. We can also assist you in your tax preparation or planning along with small business services. We are an independent brokerage company with access to hundreds of products. Call me at 318-219-4188 or log into gfapartners.com to set up a free consultation. Our offices are located at 8518 Line Avenue, Suite 103 in Shreveport. Come see us and go Bugs.
The Robertson Cup champion Shreveport Mudbugs know big goals lead to big wins. That's why State Farm agent Ben Tolis and his State Farm team are here to help you score a big goal with your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go score the winning goal and score savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help your life go right. Call State Farm agent Ben Tolis today at 318-688-1522. That's 318-688-1522.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back into the Landers Dodge Jeep Chrysler and Ram pregame show. Game 4 of this South Divisional semifinal between the Mudbugs and the Brahmas. Mudbugs in an elimination game tonight, as they are 8-3 in elimination games in the NAHL era. We're joined by Mudbugs head coach Jason Soupy Campbell. And Coach, you talked about it last night with Roy Lang, where you liked the start, you liked your chances in the first couple of periods. What happened in the third period that swayed the momentum toward Lone Star's side?
For whatever reason, we didn't continue to do what we were doing. You know, we were losing battles, turning pucks over for no reason, and it cost us.
And you talk about that second period, and I know Roy Lang wants to call it hockey hijinks and antics. You can maybe a tactical move from Dan Wildfong. I saw your thoughts on it. I heard your thoughts on it. It felt like, Simo Bushler went toward the official. He seemed like he questioned the move when Graham came back into the game. Did you maybe get a feel of the guys getting off put by the move that was made in the second?
Well, no, our guys shouldn't. They know it's the coach's job to deal with the referee and whatever we think may need to be done there. So, usually when the puck drops, the guys are just playing. But as leaders on the ice, if we have questions that we can't get to the referee, the players are the guys to go to the referee and discuss that with them. So, it's... Again, I don't have a whistle. I'm not out there calling penalties and managing the game. I'm trying to manage our team from the bench, and that's all I can do. So whatever happens. We just have to deal with it.
The Brahmas were able to score 2 goals 59 seconds apart, and talk about what happened on those 2 goals.
Well, the first one was just lack of coverage. We had good coverage, and we just missed coverage. We got beat to the net front, and they put one in the pads. It ended up getting deflected, I think, a high tip, and Bush made a good save on the tip, and there was a deflection, and their guy coming to the net beat our guy to the net, and they buried. And then the next one, a turnover, and there was a scramble in front. We were just kind of poking and hoping and whacking and swinging our sticks instead of just going in there and owning the territory and owning the puck, and they poked it through. And again, a guy snuck out from behind the net, and he's the one that buried the rebound. Second chances, and they won that battle last night. We've got to do better tonight.
It's tough to pick yourself up after trailing 2-0 in that game, but you got a power play opportunity with 5:17 remaining in the third. Was there any thoughts, and these are things that I just kind of throw out there on my broadcast, of maybe pulling Bushler for a 6-on-4 scenario? I know some coaches like that, depending on the situation. Of course, then Lone Star can ice the puck and go for the empty net. Was that even in the thought process between you and the coaching staff? I
didn't really think about it, and Hilly never brought it up either. I really didn't mind our power play last night. I thought it was the best it's been all series, and they were generating more than they have in the last couple games. So we put faith in our power play to go out there and do the job, and unfortunately it didn't happen. So but it's just, we'll see how they do tonight. I'm expecting bigger and better things again from our power play tonight, so hopefully we won't be in that situation.
What was the schedule today for the guys? Was it anything different?
Nothing different as previous Saturdays. They were in here this morning, did a little dyno, did a little video, and had a good talk, and then they went home to rest, and they're back and raring and ready to go.
We see some shakeups on the blue line. There's been shakeups kind of up and down, starting with the Maxim Sushinsky injury a while ago. Now Alex Park back in the lineup from his injury, and now Ryan Austin not in the lineup tonight. Just talk about the shakeup.
Yeah, just day-to-day things, bumps and bruises and banged up from playoff hockey, and obviously we don't keep we're still cautious with guys, but if we think they can go, but if we think we have a healthier player that can do the job better, then we're going to play them. So that's the case tonight. So we like our lineup, and we're looking forward to seeing them go.
You said last night you liked your team start, you liked the first 2 periods. Do you want to see more of that tonight?
Yeah, we need more. We need more than what we gave in the first two periods because we didn't execute. So it was like you said, good couple periods, but we didn't execute. We didn't finish. Offensively, we were playing a good defensive game, and then we let the foot off the gas pedal for 12 minutes in the third, and it cost us. So we need to execute all over the ice for 60 minutes, or it could burn us again tonight.
Coach, thanks for the time and good luck tonight.
No, thank you, Chet Yoder. And just for anybody out there that hasn't got their tickets for tonight's game, I want to be a good team player. You can use promo code HILLY, HILLY. Thank you, Chet Yoder.
Wow, noble move from the head coach. We'll have more after these messages here on the Landers, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, and Ram pregame show as we count down to a Margaritaville 7-11 start time. We'll have more after these messages. This is Shreveport Mudbugs Playoff Hockey.
As a business owner, you know it's important to stay ahead of your competition to succeed. One dishonest employee providing poor customer service can send your business to the penalty box. DeFatta & Associates has over 20 years of investigative experience that can help you monitor your employees and investigate losses that may be keeping you from reaching your goals. Whether you need GPS tracking, investigative shopping, integrity testing, or you're experiencing losses caused by theft, DeFatta & Associates can help. Give them a call at 318-635-9944 or check out their website at defattapi.com for more information.
We only get one chance at this thing called life, so why don't we make it count? Hi, I'm Janice Watt with Generational Financial Advisors, and we're here to assist you as a financial advisor and a CPA in making those important life decisions. Starting young, saving, and investing will reward you down the road, but it takes diligence to stay the course because life happens. Buying that first home, adding to your family, and then preparing for college, all of these require a plan. We offer services including investments, life insurance, retirement planning, and long-term disability, just to name a few. We can also assist you in your tax preparation or planning along with small business services. We are an independent brokerage company with access to hundreds of products. Call me at 318-219-4188 or log into gfapartners.com to set up a free consultation. Our offices are located at 8518 Line Avenue, Suite 103 in Shreveport. Come see us and go Bugs.
Welcome back into George's Pond and Hirsch Coliseum as we get ready for game number 4 of this opening round playoff series, the Mudbugs and the Brahmas. It's time for the Whataburger starting lineups. Whataburger, just like you like it. First for the Lone Star Brahmas, head coach by Dan Wildfong in his 10th season. As the bench boss for the Brahmas, the associate head coach is Ryan Anderson. At left wing will be number 10, Nathan Mann. At center will be number 77, Mason Mara. And on the right wing will be number 26, Dylan Wild. Defensively for the Brahmas, it'll be number 24, Ryan Pruitt. And number 44, Bauer Swift. And making the start in nets, Dan Wildfong going against what he has normally gone through this season. He's going to go back to William Graham, as he's been the story in this series so far. He's 2-0 with a 0.32 goals against and a .985 save percentage. He's made 67 saves on 68 shots allowed in over 10 periods of play against the Mudbugs in this series. Now your starting lineups for the Shreveport Mudbugs. Head coach by Jason Soupy Campbell. Associate head coach is Michael Hill. The assistant and goalie coach is Rich Perrant. The honorary assistant is Chris Lane. At left wing will be number 18, Garrett Steele. At center will be number 12, Hayden Nickel. And on the right wing will be number 9, Logan Gotinski. Defensively for the Bugs, it'll be number 7, Liam Fleet. And number 5, Alex Park, returning from injury last night. And making the start in nets, the Mudbugs are going to turn to their young netminder from Homer Glen, Illinois, as the Mudbugs face elimination tonight. But Nikolai Goich is going to get the start, and boy, was he sensational in game number 2 of this series. Has a 1.53 goals against when he made 39 saves in over 78 minutes of hockey in that overtime tilt last Saturday at the Night Tech Sports Center. Those are Whataburger starting lineups. Whataburger, just like you like it. Mudbugs Hockey Tonight brought to you by Porter's Industrial, delivering the difference in the Arklatex for over 20 years. Porter's Industrial strives with the utmost integrity to meet our customers' needs with quality uniform and facility services for your business. The Mudbugs in their 318 jerseys, black and white with the black and white numberings and letterings along the backside. The Brahmas in their white jerseys with the Brahmas logo along the backside. The Mudbugs are 8-3 in elimination games in the NHL era. That includes 2 championship games that counted as elimination games. So the Mudbugs have fared well when their backs are against the wall. Of course, every series a little bit different, but the Brahmas and the Mudbugs have always been a testy, action-packed series. And it feels like it might get even more chippier this evening. As for the Brahmas, this is a closeout game, and for the Mudbugs, they're trying to extend this series to a 5th and decisive game, which would be Monday night at 7 from the Shoebox, North Richland Hills, the Nitec Sports Center. Now we ask you, please rise wherever you may be for tonight's national anthem. The very lovely Miss Tiff Schubert serenades us with another fantastic rendition of tonight's national anthem. Some of the stories in this series for the Mudbugs. Alex Park back in the lineup after an upper body injury. Ryan Austin had a disclosed injury at the end of last night's game. He is not in the lineup. Mudbugs with 6D this evening. And boy, the hits have kept on coming along this Mudbugs blue line, and they're going to have to battle through it to keep their season alive this evening. So really the big question is, what kind of health is Alex Park in, and if he is 100%. The Mudbugs will skate from left to right. Oh, how about this? LSU Lady Tigers basketball champion, Miss Emily Ward, dropping the puck, and she did a good job. All bright smiles, waving to the fans. Of course, from Benton High, leading the Lady Tigers to a national championship just a little bit ago. And the one thing to watch out for Lone Star is to see what Dan Walfong does with William Graham. He's going against his norm. He's going to go back to Graham. This is a back-to-back for him. He has had those instances every once in a while this season, but he felt confident going to Graham because he's been sensational in this series. 67 saves out of 68 shots in 10 periods of play against the Mudbugs in this series, including a shutout last night. Will he be on a short leash in case the Brahmas need him for Game 5? It'll be Hayden Nickel and Mason Mara. Game 4 underway. The Landers opening puck drop, won there by Lone Star. As Wild will twist it in behind the net of Goich. Along to the far half wall, shot toward the net, tipped on its way through. That one deflected wide. Now Mann will pop it in down low there to Mara in front. Hit a couple of bodies. Now along to the near corner, battle that. Now Steele will float it up ahead there to Nickel, and Nickel will just pelt it in. In deep behind Graham's net, along to the far side. Hard check as Pruitt throws Gotinski along to the far corner. Shot there by Haru. That one whistled wide of Graham. Along to the near side. Gloved there by Pruitt. Now taken and played back out to center there by Haru. Haru to the near side there to Zarski, and Zarski will just float it in. Slowed down there by Graham. Along to the near side, up ahead to the near side there to Mara. Mara, the captain for for Lone Star, tried to get it up ahead there to Rosenquist. It was gloved down there by Zarski, and Vitale will zip it in behind the Lone Star cage. Along to the far side, tripped up there is Zadverniak. He got tied up, rather, there with Litchard. Litchard now along to the inboards. He's battling for it. 1:10 gone by here in the opening frame. Brought to you by Generational Financial Advisors. Shot from the far side. Fought off there by Graham. It might have got a piece, and it ricochets all the way down. Danziger to the far side there to Dixon. Now played back to Danziger to the near side there to Burke. Burke will bang it up ahead, taken away there by Zadverniak. Played up ahead, trying to push the zone, and oh boy, hard hit as Kamashak throws down Danziger, and that's hard to do. Murakami up off the far side glass, back out to center. Park back in there, and he powers it back in to the Lone Star zone. Weird bounce. Muskett's got it. And now it's taken away there by Zadverniak, and Pruitt wants to settle things down. Couple of minutes gone by here in the opening period. Puck now, stretch pass, taken by Park, and now up ahead there to Miller. Off to the far side boards, and Pruitt's going to grab it. The physical tone once again being set here by Lone Star early. Far corner, Masick battling for it. Now play to the near side. Held in there, no, taken back out by Park. Looks like it's a delayed offsides as Miller will touch up. Now Murakami will take his time behind the Lone Star net as Dan Walfong wants to get set. And now intercepted, far side, thrown to Gotinski, a shot, smothered up there by Graham as he closed it up along to his right armpit. And he keeps it out, and that was a shaky save made there by Graham, but he is able to keep it out, rather. And that's how this game gets started. 2:43 gone by here in the Generational Financial Advisors first period. For more information on planning your life's needs from college to retirement, you can call Ms. Janice Watt at 318-219-4188 or log on to gfapartners.com. Great crowd still filing in here for game number 4 of this South Divisional semifinal. The winner of this contest will take on, or this series rather, will take on the Oklahoma Warriors, who came back to beat Amarillo last night 4-3 after scoring 3 goals in the third and then got the game winner in overtime. Play back up top, held in there by Zarski, a shot toward the net, deflected on its way through. Might have hit the right pad of Graham, and it's taken back out here by Mara. Mara gains the zone from the left side, takes a hip check there by Zarski, and a glove save made there by Goich on a shot from the near corner there by Shields. 3:08 gone by. Face off near circle. Deep. Oh, thrown in front, shot, save made, rebound chance, hit the post. That one stayed out, and the Mudbugs dodge a huge bullet. That was Rosenquist who had a tap in. Now along to the far half wall. Battling for it, Dixon down low there to Danziger. And now off the near side window, Vitale played back out to center. But Dan Wildfong can't believe how that didn't go in. And now Lacher dropped back, taken away there by Goldie. As the Mudbugs will get a reset. Almost 4 minutes gone by here in the opening period. Puck is spilled back into the Lone Star zone there by Park. Park now tries to chisel one toward the net, and Zad Verniak will grab the loose change. Now along to the left side, thrown up ahead. It goes onto the stick of Kamashak. He'll settle it into the near corner, but it's smothered up and taken there by Fleet. Fleet behind the Bugs net. Up around to the far side. Missed Aaron pass, and now Kleiser will fuel it in, and now puck is forked all the way down. Soft clear there for Shreveport, rather. Thrown up off the stick there of McDonald, and it's an icing on Lone Star. Almost 4.5 gone by here in the Generational Financial Advisors first period. Still scoreless from the George. So glad to have you with us here for a Louisiana Saturday night for Mudbugs hockey. Hope everybody's having a lovely weekend. Mudbugs trying to win tonight to force game number 5, which would be Monday night. That's 2 days from now. So it would be a 3 games in 4 night stretch for both teams. And I would think the Mudbugs could try to put more pressure on Lone Star if they can come away with this victory. Nicky Miller to take the draw, far circle. Face-off tied up, taken there by Miller, thrown in front, rebound chance. What a glove save made there by Graham as Mack had a chance in front. Another shot toward the net, blocked in front. Intercepted, and now we got a whistle. The net's off its mooring. And the crowd does not like it. Face-off will come to the right of Graham. Boy, both teams with grade A scoring chances. I would say Lone Star had the more enticing one, as it looked like a tap-in along the far side on Goich, and the Mudbugs got lucky it didn't go in. Kind of rattled around the posts and out. Face-off one there by the Bucks. Play back up top. Zarski waits, hammers one toward the net, smothered up there by Graham, and now pushing and shoving after the whistle. Mudbugs Hockey Night brought to you by Fireplace Specialties. Fireplaces, gas logs, glass doors, wood stoves, inserts, mantles, and grills. They got it all. They're located at 8500 Box Road in Shreveport, or by logging on to fireplacespecialties.net. $15:20 remaining here in the opening period. Face-off one there by Shreveport, taken away. Near side there by Wild. Wild had a goal last night. It proved to be the game winner. He'll bank it into the far corner. Wild battling for it. Off the far side window, loose puck taken there by the captain, Steele. Garrett Steele, the longtime Mudbug, throws it up ahead there to Nickel. He tried to drop it back, and the puck now is rimmed back out there by Pruitt. And now, here comes the Wild. Wild now, and the Brahmas taken away. Mudbugs got numbers back the other way if they hurry. A 3-on-2 maybe from the slot, and it's wired high there by Steele. Another shot hit the post. That might have hit the side of the post on a shot there by Vitale, and Vitale throws his man down for lunch along to the far corner as Masick went down. Awkward bounce on Graham, but he's able to settle it down over to Rosenquist. Rosenquist carefully pitchforks it back out to center. And now the puck will be handled there by Park. Park, who was not in action last night, in the game tonight. Mudbugs have had some holes defensively because of injuries. Now, here comes Rosenquist along to the far circle, and now Park has it. Played back out to center, intercepted. Shot there by Zadverniak. Changed direction, but it went wide of Goich's far post. Handled there by Karpa, and Karpa will send it forward there for Rosenquist, and now the puck is lugged back out. Litchard up ahead through the middle there to Goldie, and he lofts one toward the net, glove down there by Graham. Far side there to Zadverniak. He'll throw it back, taken away there by Litchard. Litchard now along to the far corner. Now along the end boards, Musket behind the Brahmas net, battling for it down low, pushing and shoving. And Musket was looking for a call, and he's barking at the official. Through the middle, here comes Zadverniak, far side. And good check there by Haru on Kamashak. Puck just pumped back in there by Litchard as the Mudbugs needed a wholesale line change. Played back out to center. Mack will whack it back into the Lone Star zone. Thrown back out to center. Dixon plays it up ahead there to Marino, but it's an offside on the two-time Robertson Cup champions. 7:03 gone by here in the opening period, brought to you by Generational Financial Advisors. Still scoreless in game number 4. Lone Star leads the best-of-5 series 2-1. Face-off far Brahmas blue line. Face-off battled at, tied up one there by Lone Star after the tie-up initially. Pruitt up ahead off the stick of Wild, and he'll just direct it into the Mudbug zone. Dixon's going to grab it along the near corner, and he'll be able to muscle it out of trouble. Grab it along the far side and lug it back out to center and throw it through the middle there to Steele, and Steele will grab it and just spike it into the Lone Star zone. Hard check. Swift along to the near side up off the stick of Masick, and it goes all the way down. Gathered there by Miller to the near side there to Park, to the far side there to Fleet. Mudbugs without Ryan Austin due to a disclosed injury at the end of game number 3. Now a hard check along to the near corner, battling for it, back into the Lone Star zone. Murakami in there, played back to the right point, handled there by Park, shot toward the net, goes wide. Someone's without a stick. Now along to the far corner, play to the left point, looks like that puck came out, and it looks like an offside on Shreveport. And a break in the action. 11:49 to go here in the opening period. Scoreless in game number 4. This is Shreveport Mudbugs playoff hockey.
You know, we only get one chance at this thing called life, so why don't we make it count? Hi, I'm Janice Watt with Generational Financial Advisors, and we're here to assist you as a financial advisor and a CPA in making those important life decisions. Starting young, saving, and investing will reward you down the road, but it takes diligence to stay the course because life happens. Buying that first home, adding to your family, and then preparing for college, all of these require a plan. We offer services including investments, life insurance, retirement planning, and long-term disability, just to name a few. We can also assist you in your tax preparation or planning along with small business services. We are an independent brokerage company with access to hundreds of products. Call me at 318-219-4188 or log into gfapartners.com to set up a free consultation. Our offices are located at 8518 Line Avenue, Suite 103 in Shreveport. Come see us and go Bugs.
Welcome back into George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum. 2023-2024 Mudbug season tickets are on sale now. You want to be sure to lock up those seats as A lot of those seats are reserved and locked up for next season already, so get them while they last. Special season ticket plans do apply. Just give us a call at 318-636-7094 or by logging on to mudbugshockey.com. You can also email Kimberly Jacks, Kimberly@mudbugshockey.com. 11:40 and counting here in the opening period. Taken there by Karpa along the end boards. Now behind Graham's net. Battling for it. Kamashok played back up top. Haru. Oh, he was trying to float it into the near corner. Did his job. Shot toward the net. Smothered up there by Graham, and he'll cover it up. That was a shot there by Morris from the near corner. Drake Morris has been relatively quiet in this series. After one of the great years for a Mudbug. 51 points in the regular season. $11:21 remaining here in the opening period. Ryan Burke to take the draw from the right wing circle. I'm Chet Yoder coming to you live from George's Pond and Hearst Coliseum. We are warm and pleased to have you with us. Shot toward the net there by Murray. And that one whistled wide off the initial face-off win for Shreveport. And it got a piece of the protective netting. The Brahmas won the best-of-5 opening round playoff series last year, 3-1 by clinching the series in this building. The Mudbugs trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. Face-off one there by Shreveport. Shot toward the net, blocked. Good stick there by Pruitt to block Murray's lane. Up ahead through the middle, mishandled there by Mara. And now taken away. Burke wants to run back the other way, and he'll cue ball it into the near corner. He'll be the first to touch it along the end boards. Hard check along the back there by Swift. Now tied up along the end boards. Swift on Burke, and now Murray tries to battle for it, and Mara wins. Oh! Taken down there was Swift. They got tied up there. That was Burke and Swift. And now Wild will carom it on the far corner. Played banked back up to the neutral zone, and Auteri will sling it in to the Shreveport zone. Here's a push here by Bergeron along the end boards. Battling for it there is Park. Danziger's in the fray. Along to the far corner, now played up ahead to the captain Steele, and Steele now taken there by Burke, and Burke will bank it off the near side boards into the Lone Star zone. Now taken away there by Gotinski. Gotinski now, and taken away there by Shields, the extra forward. Shields has it, and he'll just saddle it in to the Mudbug zone. Fleet's going to grab it. It's a big series for Fleet, doing a lot that he hasn't been able to. Now tripped up there was Gotinski. Crowd was looking for a call. A lot of new waters for Fleet, and they're excited to have him test those waters. He's done a good job really all year for the Mudbugs. Puck now worked back into the Brahmas zone. Taken there by Karpa. Karpa will kiss it off the near side window, and Lacher will be able to ladle it in as Jake McDonald touches up. Haru to the far side there to Miller. Good stick there by Zad Verniak, and it's taken back to Zarski, playing in front of his mom and dad who made the trip from Edmonton, Alberta. And now tripped up there is Zad Verniak. Might have just stumbled on his own, and Mack will grab the change, and now thrown back up far post, far boards up ahead now. Miller to Mack, and Mack will thump it in off the far side boards up ahead there to McDonald. That's Jake McDonald. 9 minutes to go here in the opening period, as McDonald will just spar it in to the Mudbug zone. Handled there by Matt McDonald and taken away there by Dixon. Dixon behind the Mudbugs net to the near side. Taken away there by Auteri. He gets a stick on it. Auteri now charges the net. Behind the net. Wraparound chance. Save made there by Goich. Rebound chance. Stick save made there by Goich as Auteri was looking for one. And intercepted, held in there by Auteri. Auteri guns one, and he shot it wide on Goich. And now Vitale played back out to center. Kleiser will take it all the way back behind the Brahmas net. The Mudbugs will get a wholesale line change. Coach Soupy was looking for one. With 8:15 to go here in the opening period, Zad Verniak through the middle. Far side there to Matt McDonald. And now loose puck taken away there by Park. Park's got it, and he'll bolt it in to the Brahmas zone. Slowed down there by Burke out of his net. Along to the far corner. Burke and Musket battle for it. Along that far corner now, Kleiser in there trying to dig it out. And now Litchard has it. Held up there is Burke with Auteri. And this is playing right into the Lone Star's hands. They love these battles along the walls. This is Dan Wildfong style of hockey. It'll grind you out. Burke now tied up. They're still tied up along that far corner. Boy, both teams looking for a whistle here. I don't think they're going to get one. Kleiser now pops it up out of midair. And now taken there by Wild. And Wild will wrist it all the way in for icing on the Brahmas. $7:14 remaining here in the Generational Financial Advisors first period. Still scoreless from Shreveport. This is the only game being played this evening, the only game 4. The winner of this series will have a date with the Oklahoma Warriors next Friday night from the Blazers Ice Center. Last time the Mudbugs were at the Blazers Ice Center, they swept the Warriors. They got to feel real good about their chances if they can get out of this series. Auteri wristed it all the way in. Boy, that one was skied all the way through. That one went through one of those Christmas lights necklaces hanging from the rafters. Held in there by Karpa. Takes a hard hit there. Oh, someone took a stick up top that looked like it was nickel. Now drop back to Zarski through the middle. Over to Haru, back to Zarski. Zarski along to the right side. He'll just rake it in. In deep, Karpa battling for it. Up off the near side boards. That's Tepley through the middle there to Murakami. He gains the zone, right side. And Murakami now to settle it in, but Mac's going to grab it, and he'll throw it up ahead now, and Nickel will be able to lug it out. And he's just going to softly tap it into the Brahmas zone. Shields off the far side window, and it's settled, and now taken back out to center. Now the neutral zone battle won there by Nickel, and as he's able to twist that puck back in to the Brahmas zone. Murakami given away there by Miller, and Miller now battling for it there with Jake McDonald. And another stall along the wall, near half wall, to the left of Graham. Held in there by Park, and Park now will thread it in down low there to Marino. Marino now settles it in down low. They work a little bit of a cycle. And now stick tied up there by McDonald and Miller. And now far corner to Mack. Mack settles it. Now he gets pushed up along the wall. Now thrown toward the net. That was shouldered off there by Graham. And Lone Star can't clear. Held in there by Marino. Played back up top to Fleet. And Fleet now, he gave it away. Marino was coming off. And Marino came back in and lofted it down low. And now Pruitt able to chip it off the far side window back out to center. Puck chopped back out to center there by Murakami as Vitale tried to enter the zone. Into the Shreveport zone. Fleet to the far side there to Morris. Morris now with a burst of speed. Here comes Morris. Dropped off there to goalie. Shot toward the net. Stick save made there by Graham. Along to the far corner. A chance here. Shot. Oh, that one snapped wide on a shot there by Morris from the far circle. Now down low. That's Goldie. And we got a whistle. The net's off its mooring. As Haru came cutting through the slot with a chance. with 4:45 remaining here in the opening period. Still scoreless from Shreveport. This faceoff is going to go to the right of Graham. Face-off tied up, and it is won there by Lone Star. Murakami tries to dump it out or clear it out, and it gets deflected out of play. .439 remaining in period number one, brought to you by Generational Financial Advisors. It has been a scoreless affair in our first periods for every game of this series. Face-off won there by Lone Star, and Murakami will smack it off the near side boards all the way down. It's going to be an icing on Brahmas hockey. Van Wildfong's got the clipboard out. He was under a microscope last night after he made a goaltending switch for 84 seconds, where Arthur Smith came in, made a couple of saves, and then went back to Graham in an effort, of course, to rest his 5 tired skaters after a long shift after an icing. Dan Wildfong pulled it off, and it paid off dividends for him. In or out to a 2-0 victory. Shot toward the net. Stick save made there by Graham. On a shot there by Litchard. Played around now, the near side. Now Danziger will settle in down low there to Burke. Thrown back up top. Dixon a drive toward the net. Roll! That one trickled wide. Wrap around chance blocked in front as Musket was trying to wrap it around the short side. Now Musket gets taken down. Played back up top to Dixon. Now to the right point. Shot toward the net. That one got deflected. Pruitt's got it. Along to the far side, Burke and the Bugs putting in some pressure here in the zone. Played back to the right point. Danziger floats one toward the net. Left pad save made there by Graham. And Lone Star looking for a breather. The Mudbugs trying to pounce on him. Try to get the game's opening goal. As the puck now is cue-balled back out to center there by Zadverniak. Far side, that's Danziger. The milkman works it in, and he'll milk it in to the Brahmas zone. Gotinski takes the hard hit as he's the first to touch it down to Murray. Murray now will just spar it around to the right point there to Park. Park now will just knock it in down low, tried to find Steele, and it's taken away. As the puck now just sent up ahead, back out to center. Good job there by Wild. Up ahead, off the stick of Mara. Mara now takes a hard hit. Thrown in front through the goal mouth. And now Lacher holds it in. Shot toward the net there by Wild. Got blocked in front there by Murray. Murray, who did not see much action last night. Saw a little bit in the first period. Didn't see much the rest of the way. He's in there quite a bit in the opening period of this one. Gotinski along to the near corner. Coach Soupy did tell me this afternoon he might shuffle up the lines, just trying to look for some kind of spark. Intercepted. Fleet can't get the puck across. Along to the far half wall. Steele's got a little time, and now his pass. Aaron, shot toward the net. Glove save made there by Goich. As Mara puts a charge into one. 2:20 remaining here in the opening period. Face-off will come right back into the Shreveport zone. They got the slingshot working here at George's Pond. And why do I get the feeling Claude's trying to put one up in the booth here to get my attention? Face-off one there by Lone Star. A stick save made there by Graham as Tepley directed one toward the cage. Far corner, Zarski has it, played around to the near side. Handled there by Swift, and now Tepley will rake it into the near corner. Bergeron's there battling for it. Now loose puck. Haru's going to grab the loose change along to the far side. Held in there by Bergeron. Puck now swept into the far corner. Tepley battling for it. Oh, he puts a hard hit on Haru. But he got back up. Now Zarski to the near side. Mack intercepted. Held in there by Tepley. This is good zone time for Lone Star. They haven't had much to show for it, though. And now taken far circle shot toward the net. Right pad save made there by Goich. Held in there by Swift, who takes a hard hit upstairs there by Miller. Along to the near corner. Puck now knocked back out to center, and now Masic's down. We got a fallen Brahmas. Dan Wildfong screaming for a whistle. He's not going to get one. And Masick looks to be hurting along the lower body region. And now a tie-up along the far corner. This one from Litchard and Pruitt. We got a whistle, and it's an offside on Lone Star. Boy, the officials letting both teams play. They've been quite consistent in this game so far. Faceoff is going to come all the way back into the Lone Star zone. Face-off is going to go to the right of Graham. Face-off tied up, held in there by Dixon, and now taken back out to center. Boy, the Mudbugs did not get away with a hand pass. That was Danziger trying to get it on over to Vitale. And we will get a face-off just outside the near Mudbug blue line. Under a minute to go in the opening period. Stick around for the Brookshire's Food and Pharmacy First Intermission Show. We'll talk to Mudbugs goalie and assistant coach Rich Perrant, get his analysis of all the goaltenders in this series so far. We've seen all four of them. Seen a lot of William Graham. He's been the story in this series. Played off the far side boards all the way down. It should be icing on Shreveport, and it is. Be sure to get your Mudbugs merchandise, jerseys, apparel, and much more in the Swamp Shack. It's open on all home game days along with Monday through Friday from business hours 9 to 5. So you want to be sure to get your Mudbugs gear, wear it, show it loud and proud, and you are a Mudbug faithful. There's a long delay here. It looked like Masick was still shaken up, and now we got a pause in play here. Something is being looked at along the scorekeeping area. I'm not sure what this is all about. Eric Anderson, Dylan Zobel having a healthy conversation. They got to fix this clock. And it's down to 5 seconds. It's supposed to be 58. That went down to 51. Now, I thought it was 58 seconds. Well, all right. Both coaches don't seem to care. Face off in the near circle. Maybe they'll make it up at the end. Played back up top. Karpa, left point, shot toward the net. Stick save made there by Goich. Along the far corner, Mara holds it in, or rather Murakami to the near corner, pinching the zone. There is Karpa. Poked at. Rosenquist tries to hold it in. Spun around there was Karpa. And Al Morris battling for it. It looks like it's sat under Karpa, and we got a whistle. Boy, they didn't waste any time whistling that bad boy down. 30 seconds now remaining in the opening period. Burke to take the draw up against Mara. Burke has been really good on his face-off draws. As I say that, he comes up short against Mara. I jinxed him. I'll take the heat. Karpa shot from the right point. That one airmailed just wide of Goich. And now along to the near corner, battling for it. Trying to win it out free there is Matt McDonald over to Wild. Wild now with a little space. Shot toward the net. Oh, that was a save made there by Goich. Now a collision in front of the Mudbugs net between Murakami and Burke. Now up ahead, 2-on-2. Litchard licks one toward the net. It gets blocked, and that'll do it for the period. Scoreless opening period. It's been that way in every game of this series. Stick around for the Brookshires Food and Pharmacy First Intermission Show. This is Shreveport Mudbugs Playoff Hockey.
You know, we only get one chance at this thing called life, so why don't we make it count? Hi, I'm Janice Watt with Generational Financial Advisors, and we're here to assist you as a financial advisor and a CPA in making those important life decisions. Starting young, saving, and investing will reward you down the road, but it takes diligence to stay the course because life happens. Buying that first home, adding to your family, and then preparing for college, all of these require a plan. We offer services including investments, life insurance, retirement planning, and long-term disability, just to name a few. We can also assist you in your tax preparation or planning along with small business services. We are an independent brokerage company with access to hundreds of products. Call me at 318-219-4188 or log into gfapartners.com to set up a free consultation. Our offices are located at 8518 Line Avenue, Suite 103 in Shreveport. Come see us and go Bugs.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Hey, this is Chet Yoder, voice of the Mudbugs. DeFada and Associates Investigative and Risk Analysis Services has been conducting professional private investigations for over 20 years. They offer a full range of services to both individuals and businesses. Whether you need an investigator for a personal matter like a child custody case or you suspect an internal theft problem with your business, DeFada and Associates has the experience, training, and knowledge to get you the information you need. Call Jerry today at 318-635-9944 to talk about your case or visit them online at defadapi.com.
Welcome back into the Brookshires Food and Pharmacy First Intermission Show, joined by one of our favorites. We've missed him, but now he made a road trip, so now he's kind of feeling more and more back with us. I mean, he never left, but that's Mudbugs assistant and goalie coach Rich Perrant. Coach, first of all, thanks for the time. Appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, Chad. I actually came to see your mustache.
It's awful. But isn't that part of the whole playoff facial hair?
Thing. It's the playoff thing, yeah.
You've been in hockey for so long. Who's had the worst kind of facial hair that you can remember that was a teammate of yours?
Just guys, we did something different every year. I mean, back in my day, the playoff beards were a big thing. Some guys, patched it up and kind of grew kind of a half kind of beard. But in general, guys just, it's one of those things where everybody gets together and, hey, let's just all do this as a complete team.
Talk about what you've seen. This has been 2 more than complete games. I mean, we talk about 6+ periods on Friday. We had overtime on Saturday. Talk about the wear and tear that does for goalies, and we've seen all 4 goalies in this series already.
Yeah, I mean, when you get into a long overtime, and obviously for any goalie, maintaining focus. Sometimes you cramp up, but the key for a goalie is to dial it in and stay focused. So. My hat's off to both goalies, but obviously I'm really happy that Bush played really well for all 6+ periods, and but both goalies played well. I mean, it was 1-1, going, so what can you do,
And you obviously looking very closely at Simo Bushler. When you get to that 3rd or 4th overtime, is there anything that you're looking at very specifically on maybe into maybe a different way that they're stopping pucks or act a different way when it gets that long into the night?
Well, Simon, basically on my goalie structure and technical goaltending that I teach him, it's a lot about efficiency. So it actually played into the hands of Simon in that long overtime game. He's like, Coach, like 3-4 years ago, I don't know if I could have done that game. And we try to do work when you need to work and be efficient when you need to be efficient.
And this was, of course, kind of new territory for Nikolai Goich, a guy that you worked on when he came. He arrived late. He was sick, and so 0-4. So talk about a young man like him being locked up in another tight game like that. And of course, it went to late into the 1st overtime.
Yeah, I mean Nico, Kai was kind of full time with us in October this year. I got to work with him. Didn't get much playing time in the first half of the year, and so it was tough to teach him and then have the product in a game, and then so we could kind of pile up those teachings. But I have to say, Nico, from the time that January on when he started, or February when he started playing, has done a tremendous job for us, and he's a pleasure to work with. He wants to learn, and he gets better every time he's on the ice. And without a Ray on Saturday night, I mean, it's a pressure game. We lost game 1. He comes in their building on the road, his first playoff game. So, I'm really proud of how he did and the result.
A lot of people are saying that, the Mudbugs overall are a better team than Lone Star, and that could be argued, obviously, in any aspect of the front, but they do love their goaltenders. They feel like with William Graham and Arthur Smith that they can somehow pull off a win in this series. What has been so impressive about Graham and Smith that you've seen?
Well, I think it's the duo, right? They've been kind of flip-flopping throughout the whole year, and, Dan Wildfong has a great defensive system there in Lone Star, and it really benefits the goalies, and they're good goalies. So, it feels like every year we're battling the top 5 with our goalies and Lone Star's goalies in the league, and to no avail. Arthur Smith led the league in goals against, and Graham was, 3rd, and Bush was 2nd. So it's definitely tight. We know we're predicting a low-scoring game. You just for us as a Shreveport, you just want to give up too many of those grade A's. It's impossible going through the game not to give up any grade A shots, but we try to limit them for that, and then 2nd and 3rd opportunities, and so far we've done a great job.
It's funny how you talked about how they were rotating, and it felt like it was maybe 2019, 2020 all over again with Richie Perron and Mason Balboa. Talk about what Lone Star does. Take away their goalies and talk about what they do defensively and offensively that could present challenges for the Mudbugs as this series goes on.
Well, Lone Star, they're a team that is very well organized systematically from their coach down, and their defense in their zone, they play a very collective defense. So it's not just one man, it's several people. So it's a collective defense, and they do a good job at it. And it'll be for us tonight to get those kinks out of there, penetrate, and when we do get those grade A opportunities, that we capitalize on them.
I kind of made jokes or looked over to my right in Lone Star when I think it was William Graham who was taking off the mask, trying to kill off some time on an icing. Yeah. Is that stuff that gets signaled from the coach, or as a goalie, you just need to read the situation and need to know what your skaters are going through?
Well, I'm thinking back when I played, and I maybe a handful of times the coach hey, we need some time here, and so I would fix my pad or the pad. But in general, it's reading the situation. Sometimes, a D-man or a teammate might come over and is like, hey, I need a minute. So then, it's part of the game. Like, everybody does it. When it's done for you, you're like, wow, what a great move. When it's done against you, you're like, oh, I can't believe they're doing that. So it's one of those like kind of unwritten rules, but hey, you got to get the edge any way you can.
There's a few instances I wanted to ask you this season when you lose your stick and your goalie stick's way too far away, and somebody hands you a D stick. I mean, because you need a stick. Talk about how different that is in a stress moment. Maybe you're on the PK or whatever, and talk about the feel of that, and are you looking to hoping you don't have to use this stick that's just been handed to you?
Well, I mean, for the efficiency of a save, obviously a goalie stick, it weighs a bit more than a player stick, so there's that. But I don't know, I just have a feeling when you have a stick in your hand, it kind of feels like normal, and when you don't have a stick, it feels weird. Right. So my personal preference, I mean, if they hand me a stick, I'd rather have one than not have one. And if those opportunities come, I mean, it's part of the game, and then obviously as a goalie you can bring the puck in and freeze it, so that stick gives you a little bit more reach. So I think it's an advantage.
Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you about Garrett Steele. Last year, this is his last playoff run. You've known him since the 2019-2020 season. You were there when he first arrived at the showcase. Talk about what he has meant to this community, meant to this team. He's obviously the Iron Man, over 200 games, most played as a Mudbug in the NAHL run.
Yeah, I got a special part in my heart for Garrett. I mean, it's funny. I was talking to him not long ago, and I'm like, it felt like yesterday we were picking you up in Blaine on the bus. Like his dad drove him, dropped him off on the bus, and anyways, I told him it felt like yesterday. But you know what? He's had an unbelievable career, and always a good player for us. A big part of our championship team in 21. And then the leadership now, he's gone to the next phase of being a great hockey player and his leadership skills. And obviously, we believe in him. He has got a C on his jersey. And, I wish him all the best. And hopefully I can stay with him here till the end of May.
That's the Mudbugs assistant and goalie coach. Thanks again for the time.
Thanks, Chad. I appreciate you.
We'll have more after these messages here on the Berkshire's Food and Pharmacy First Intermission Show. You're listening to Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey. Welcome back into George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum. Second period coming up, and it's brought to you by DeFata and Associates Investigative and Risk Analysis Services. Personal matters, child custody cases, internal theft problems within your business. Just call our main man, Jerry DeFata, at 318-635-9944 to talk about your case, or log on to defatapi.com. Shots on net after one, 10-10. That's how evenly matched this series has been so far. The only game being played in the North American Hockey League is the one we see tonight between these two teams. The Mudbugs are going to have to find a way to solve William Graham. It has been quite the show that he has put out in this series. Hayden Nickel will take the draw at center ice. Mudbugs skate from right to left. Face-off, battle at, and won there by Nickel. He's got it. Looked like Mara ran into Sean Kornick, one of the lead referees, and they went down awkwardly. Now into the Mudbug zone it goes to my right. Mara to Wild to the near corner there to Swift. Thrown in front, taken there by Pruitt. Pruitt sends one toward the net, blocked. Now Masick a shot, blocked in front, held in there by Swift. Swift drifts one toward the net, and it went high on Goich. Now down low, thrown in front. That was Masick looking for a center feed, smothered up there by Fleet. Fleet's got it now, far corner. He'll play it up ahead off the far side window all the way down. Swift is going to go retrieve it back to the far corner of his own zone. Now, turnover, and that one bounced on net, covered up there by Graham. Almost a minute gone by here in the second. We are scoreless in game number 4. Mudbugs Hockey Tonight brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings BOGO Tuesday, boneless wings BOGO Thursday. Happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6. Face-off one there by Shreveport. Shot there by Morris. Gets blocked in front there by Karpa, and Morris got taken down. And now Karpa will rip it in to the Mudbug zone. To my right, that's Jake McDonald, who had a point last night. Along to the far side, Karpa holds the zone. Down low it goes. Another 0-0 contest in this series. We've seen a lot of it, especially through the first. Into one man to beat. Oh, and Vitale tried to get around the stick of Karpa, and he read it pretty well as Jake McDonald jars it back into the Mudbug zone. Settled down there by Haru. Intercepted. Backhander there by Kamashok went wide. He couldn't handle it cleanly. Boy, this one looks like it might take a mistake. Both teams playing pretty pristine. Both netminders dialed in pretty nicely as well as Matt McDonald mails it in off the back heel of Zarski. Held in there by Kamashok to the left point. He'll squeeze it in down low there to Zadverniak. Now on over to Matt McDonald. Played back to the right point there. And that one comes out of the zone. Good job there by the Bugs to put some pressure on Terry. And Terry will angle it back into the Mudbug zone. Far side there to Zarski through the middle off the skate of Litchard. Now an errant pass will be gobbled up there by Haru. Haru coming around the far side. Tied up, and it ran right into Bergeron. Along the left side, here's Musket with a burst of speed. Musket coming through the seam, but he comes in off sides, pushing and shoving. Boy, he ran right in to, I believe, that was Kleiser. And Kleiser and Musket got tied up. Bergeron got in there as well. 2.5 gone by here in the second. Face off near Brahmas blue line. Mara up against Miller on the dot. Face off one there by Miller. Playing in front of his mom who made the trip from Howell, Michigan. And a big hello to the rest of the Millers tuned in tonight from home, I believe. I only saw Mommy Miller. Now played off the high glass behind Graham. Now down low there to Miller. Miller now has it. Banked back up top, held in there by Danziger. He'll wrist it in down low there from Marino. He takes a hard hit along the back there by Swift. Now a battle down low. Dug out free there by Pruitt. Along to the near side, held in there by Dixon as he bunkers it in down low. And now taken there by, that's Mack. Mack now will twist it in down low, and he missed the stick of Marino as he got a stick tied up there to Wild. Wild up ahead there to Masick. Masick floated up ahead there to Mara. Back to Masick. One man to beat. And a good stick tie up there by Danziger as he threw down Masick. Now back the other way. Outnumbered is Nickel, and Nickel will just softly drive it in to the far corner. Carpa has it. Taken away in front. That was Nickel. He'll wrist it around now. Fleet will drop it into the near half wall there to Nickel. Down low there to Gotinski. And now he tried to drop it down low. Lacher smothered it up. Now along to the far corner. A tie-up with Swift. 4 minutes gone by here in the second as Lacher takes it down, and we got a penalty coming up. I think it's a holding infraction, and it's going against Gotinski. And that is the first penalty of the night, and Gotinski is beside himself right now. He can't believe it. That is the first penalty of the game. Well, and Gotinski's got to relax. He is popping off pretty good at Jake Rosenberg. The penalty comes at 4:07 of the second. Lone Stars power play is 0 for 13 in the series. That just shows you how good Jason Soupy Campbell's penalty kill unit is, and he had a good word with Sean Cornick in front of that Mudbugs bench on his thoughts on the first penalty of the game. First choice personnel penalty kill on the ice for the Mudbugs. Face off one there by Lone Star. Carpa has it. Over to Murakami. Shot toward the net. Got a piece of Goich. He kept it out. I don't know if he saw it initially. Holding the call on Gotinski. Played back, and Kamashak hold it. Oh, held in there by Lacher. Lacher across. Murakami thrown toward the net. Save made. Rebound chance. Played back up top to Carpa. No, Carpa has it now. He'll throw it on over to Murakami. And now, here's a chance. 2-on-1. Oh, and mishandle now in front. Backhander. Stick save made there by Graham. And he's going to hold on to it. Boy, Morris could not settle down that puck, or the Mudbugs would have been on stride with a 2-on-1 odd-man rush. At the very least, the Mudbugs force a face-off deep into the Brahmas zone as Gotinski's holding infraction has got 1:20 remaining in it. Boy, what a critical opportunity here, a critical time of this game in a scoreless affair. Goals have been hard to come by in this series for both teams. Face off, tied up. It's won there by the Bugs. They're going to force it into that far corner. Oh, great work by Marino. And now one out free there by Rosenquist, and they'll settle things down now. Worked up ahead there to Mara. Errant pass, and the puck is launched all the way down there by Dixon. That one was deflected as it goes out of play. Dan Wildfong wants to know where that draw is going to take place. I think it's going to come into the Mudbug zone. There's a long discussion, and it looks like it's going to come outside of the Brahmas zone, or Mudbug zone, rather. Boy, that is debatable. And Dan Wildfong upset behind that Brahmas bench. Now he's trying to get some personnel. Face-off one there by Lone Star. Murakami up ahead into Lacher's stick, and a great job there by Park to attack Lacher. Now a battle along that far wall. One out free, up ahead, here's Lacher all alone, waits, thrown toward the net, what a save made! Another shot toward the net, oh, that one pinballed just wide. And Goich made the big save of the night as Lacher waited him out. Puck now slashed out far side. Oh, Graham got run into there by Morse. Back the other way. 23 seconds to go on this power play for Lone Star. Boy, Lacher, if he lifted it up, he would have beat Goich along the rooftop. But Goich waited him out and got the outstretched left pad for his biggest save of the night. Someone got hit hard. Here comes Wild toward the net. Off the stick of Swift into the near corner it goes. Penalty is over. The Brahmas are 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Now along the end boards, played back up top, 5-on-5. Pruitt over to Swift, across, stick tied up there. Matt McDonald there by Zarski. Now Gotinski fresh out of the box, over to Haru. Haru up ahead there to Gotinski. He's got fresh legs. Here he comes. Around the far side. Good stick there by Pruitt. Someone got hurt along that play. That's Matt McDonald, who is shaken up going into the Brahmas bench. Hard check along the back. Oh, a hard check there as Burke comes along the back of his man. That was Swift. Along to the near corner. Boy, the Brahmas look a bit scattered right now. They're without sticks. They got a man down. Bergeron to the far side. Along to the far side. Circle shot. Right pad save made there by Graham. And Graham keeping Lone Star afloat. Here comes Tepley. Along to the far side. Too far there for Wild. And Goich has done the same for Shreveport. In a scoreless battle. In game number 4, Lone Star leads the best-of-5 series 2-1. Poked up ahead. Here's Miller. He pivots back, and he'll just delve it in down low there to Mack. Mack thrown in front. Here's Vitale. Far corner, back up top. Shot toward the net. Blocked in front. That was Park who bolted one toward the net. It was blocked in front there by Mara. Looks like a delayed offsides on Shreveport. Our side. That's Auteri, who will be able to squib it in to the Mudbug zone. 8 minutes gone by in period number 2, brought to you by DeFata and Associates. Intercepted. Auteri, far circle, thrown through the slot. Off the back heel of Mara. Back the other way, 3-on-2. Here comes Shreveport. Vitale over to Morris, and a backhander gets blocked in front there by Jake McDonald along the back check. And now Mara up along the far side. Lone Star's got numbers. And they'll work it in now along the inboards. Great end-to-end action. Murray along to the far corner. To the near side of the captain Steele. Slipped up ahead. Here's Murray. Backhander. Blocked in front. That one was smothered up. Diving, sprawling effort there by Bauer Swift to break up that odd man rush. Now a battle along the inboards. One out free there by Lacher. Up ahead there to Jake McDonald. Swift trying to go. And now it's a delayed offsides. And now Lacher will just spank it in to the Mudbug zone as the Mudbugs are going to grab the puck and the Brahmas are going to get some personnel changes. On the fly, coming through the seam. That one touched and offsides. Not by much on the Mudbugs. 10:36 remaining in the second. We're scoreless in game number 4. This is Shreveport Mudbugs hockey.
As a business owner, you know it's important to stay ahead of your competition to succeed. One dishonest employee providing poor customer service can send your business to the penalty box. DeFatta and Associates has over 20 years of investigative experience that can help you monitor your employees and investigate losses that may be keeping you from reaching your goals. Whether you need GPS tracking, investigative shopping, integrity testing, or you're experiencing losses caused by theft, DeFatta and Associates can help. Give them a call at 318-635-9944 or check out their website at defattapi.com for more information.
Welcome back into George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum. Scoreless game with 10:36 remaining in the second. You want to get your season tickets for 2023-2024 Mudbugs hockey, you can do that by giving us a call at 318-636-7094. Logging on to mudbugshockey.com or emailing our director of ticket sales, Ms. Kimberly Jacks, Kimberly at mudbugshockey.com. We are honoring our hometown heroes. In front of another packed house here at George's Pond. Enjoying this one. Though it might be scoreless, it has been fun and riveting. Face off near Brahmas' blue line. And worked in, and that one just dribbled in on net there by Burke, covered up there by Graham. Now pushing and shoving after the whistle. More of this stuff going on. Oh, hard hit. Well, after the whistle, looks like penalties might be coming up. I think it's going against Lone Star. It is. Is that the only one? That is the only one. 10.5 to go here in the second. The Mudbugs are on the man advantage for the first time this evening. It's a roughing infraction on Matt McDonald. Mudbugs power play, 1 for 17 in the series, 5.9% in these playoffs. Scott Powerline power play on the ice for the first time this evening. And it comes around the midway point of this game. Face-off won there by Lone Star. Pruitt around to the far side there to Mara. And Mara tries to touch it. Now played back. They're trying to find the front door now to the far half wall. Played back to the right point there. The Fleet intercepted. Oh, and hell, good keep in there by Morris. Played back up top there to Goldie. To the right point there to Fleet. Over to Goldie. Left point. Shot toward the net. Score! Goldie powers it home. There was a screen in front. Power play tally. Mudbugs 1, Brahmas nothing. It's Goldie's goal, his second of these playoffs. And the Mudbugs finally find the back of the net this weekend. And it breaks the ice. And it lifts this packed house to their feet. And the Mudbugs make the careless penalty from Matt McDonald hurt in a big way. Jaden Goldie having another terrific series. And the Mudbugs wanted to get the crowd into this game. They are fully revved up and ready to go now. For the third time in this series, the Mudbugs scored the game's first goal. And that's how you're going to have to beat Graham. Screen. And the Mudbugs take advantage. It's the Mudbugs 1, the Brahmas nothing, and they're looking for more as the puck is gashed in there by Nickel. Liam Fleet gets the only helper on Goldie's second of these playoffs. And now Lone Star trying to respond quickly to the left point, held in there. Far half wall now down low there to Masick. Masick along to the far corner. With a little space here, Masick now, he's got Fleet along his backside. He gets rubbed off on the play. Now taken away, Lacher will checker it into the far corner. Fleet off the far side window, and the puck is smacked in to the Lone Star zone after Nickel takes a hard hit. And now held in there, right point there to Goldie, taken away there by Lacher. Lacher will guide it in. He'll chip it up ahead. And now Lacher pokes it around. In deep now behind the Mudbugs net. Jake McDonald battling for it. He's got help there by Rosenquist. 8:43 and counting here in the second. The Mudbugs 1, the Brahmas nothing in game number 4. Shot blocked from the far half wall there by Oteri. Now played back down low there to Zarski. Mudbugs 1 for 1. And just their second power play goal this series. Someone got hit hard. Penalties coming up. This one's going against Shreveport. With 8:20 remaining here in the second, we'll get the call. Looks like Zarski's going in. High sticking infraction. So Lone Star with their second man advantage of the night. Face off, tied up. Boy, nobody knows where it was. Now one out free, and the Mudbugs able to clear it all the way down. Now played and played back out to center. And that puck deflects out of play for a break in the action. .744 remaining in the second. Goldie from Fleet at 9:54. Now a battle along the far corner. 1:08 in counting remaining on Zarski's high sticking infraction. Now trying to work it out free. This is great work from Park. Just killing off some more precious seconds. Mara trying to dig it out. Now Wild's in there. Now one out free. Wild trying to get the loose biscuit. Oh, a hard hit. Looks like a penalty's coming up. Someone got hit hard, and we have 4-on-4 hockey going on now. Looks like a checking from behind. The penalty comes exactly with 7 minutes remaining in the second. Dylan Wild's going in. Boy, slow to get up is Alex Park. He had an upper body injury which kept him out of the lineup last night. Amy Baker getting on to the ice, getting to work, and luckily he is able to get up on his own strength. That is something worth noting on Alex Park and how he is going to deal with that setback for the rest of this game. Face off near circle, one there by Lone Star. They have it. This is 4-on-4 hockey for both teams for 40 more seconds. And then Shreveport will get an abbreviated power play. Kamashak will wrist it in along the end boards. This is a Lone Star team that never goes away. They keep fighting. The Mudbugs got to understand, though, if they're able to put up another one, try to build a multi-goal lead on this Brahmas team that does not have as much offensive firepower as they've once had in previous years, it could be an uphill climb for the Brahmas. Now Burke will bang it in down low to the far corner. And now the Mudbugs are on a power play, which has a 1:10 remaining in it. Can the Mudbugs make it hurt? A backhander through the seam, intercepted, and the puck is golfed all the way down there by Murakami. 1 minute remaining on this power play. Less than 6 to go here in the second. The Mudbugs won, the Brahmas nothing in game number 4. The Mudbugs trying to extend this series to a 5th and deciding game. Oh, poked at. That's a good job there by Rosenquist just along the blue line. And Fleet will take a U-turn back to retrieve. He'll drift it on back to Nickel. Down to 35 seconds to go as Nickel able to slap it in. Chopped out there by Swift, taken away there by Vitale. Vitale played back up top to Haru and mishandled there by Goldie. And he'll come right back out to center. One last chance now on this attack, which has got 18 seconds remaining in it. And an errant pass. This one's going to be icing. Oh, wow. No icing. It was deflected. Now Murakami along the end boards. A chance for a greasy one. Steal a shot. Blocked in front. Rebound chance. Pinball around. Save made. Whistle is blown. Their puck went into the net, but the whistle was blown. Graham now gets pushed off, and now Goldie dragging Swift along the backside. That looked like a horse collar. This one was getting chippy. And boy, the Mudbugs had a chance to extend their lead, and now Nickel and Wild are tied up. Boy, this was due to happen, and a four-man crew does a good job of holding it together. Penalty is over on Wild. Mudbugs officially 1 for 2 now on the man advantage. Are we getting penalties out of this? No. Kleiser was barking for some. Face off. Now they're trying to figure out where this draw is going to take place. Dan Wildfong up in arms. Boy, it is a long discussion going on with Jason Supit Campbell and the officials on what transpired along Graham's cage. Boy, Dan Wildfong not happy with the holdup. His face-off will come to the left of Graham. Face-off, right wing circle. After what was a lengthy delay, no penalties were committed now. Kleiser gets his stick tied up as he's tied up with Murray. Boy, lots of jaw-jacking going. Now a shot from the slot there gets blocked in front. That was a shot there by Musket. Now played up ahead. 5-on-5 we skate. Now Rosenquist along to the far corner. Leitcher is there. Leitcher now wiggins it out to the left point. Shot toward the net. Goes wide of Goich. And now Murray will just settle it in back there for Musket. The Mudbugs are on top 1-0 on the goal from Jaden Goldie, his second of this series. Tepley grabs it. Tepley going to take it all the way back and drop it off to Bauer Swift. Up ahead there to Pruitt. On over to the right side there to Billy Shields. Shields now, the extra forward, comes in behind the net. He'll drop it off there to Bergeron. Bergeron thrown toward the net, sticked away there by Goich as he gets it out of trouble. Now along to the far corner. Handled there by Mack. He can't clear. Far circle. Here comes Pruitt. Far side shot toward the net. Blocked in front. Now Pruitt back up top, and Swift can't hold the zone. To the near side there to Bergeron. He'll bomb it back in. The Brahmas needed a wholesale line change. Fleets now behind his buddy's net to the near side there to Marino. Played up ahead. Too far there for Miller. It's an icing on Bugs hockey. Miller thought he touched it, and he's telling the officials, I got a piece of that one. Whoa, what happened here? Miller looking for a call, or now he's just trying to rush the issue here. .322 remaining here in the second. Well, I'm not sure what ticked off Nicky Miller with Karpa. Face off to the right of Goich. Face off one there by Lone Star. Chopped at, blocked. And that was an illegal face off. Nicky Miller to take the draw with Matt McDonald. Looks like Zad Verniak got tossed. You don't see that very often in the NAHL. Not as often as you would see in the NHL now. Matt McDonald got tossed. Zad Verniak back in there. Face-off won there by Lone Star. Left point shot, score! That was through traffic. It went in and out of the glove of Goich. And a mysterious shot there by Karpa from the left point. And we are all even 1-1. Boy, I don't know if Goich was screened there, but he couldn't flag it down. And it might have been a knuckler from Karpa. And we're all even at 16:43 of the second. The puck now swatted in by Lone Star as we have another tight one. To the near side there to Wild, and he'll wiggle it in. Goich slows it down, and I think that's one that Goich wants back. It's a tricky shot from Karpa from the left point. I don't think he got all of it. Now a hard hit. Looks like a penalty's coming up. I think this is going against Shreveport.